This comic book artist may possibly be the greatest of all time. Alex Ross would begin his journey in 1990 on Terminator: The Burning Earth, doing impressive penciling and coloring in the 5-issue series on Now Comics, and later showing his true potential on a cover of Superman: Doomsday and Beyond. Ross would soon tap into a full story alongside Kurt Busiek under a limited series Marvels, where we see the Marvel Universe from the perspective of an everyday citizen, which is exactly what Alex Ross does best. Double that with the time period piece of the story taking place between 1939 and 1974, and you have the recipe for what would become Alex Ross's signature style, using real-life models for reference and specializing in gouache and wash to create his work, bringing a Norman Rockwell vibe to his artwork. Ross's photorealistic skill would bring him to DC's Kingdom Come, one of his most notable works, because of the highly intense detail capturing dozens of heroes, new and old, in a light we've never seen them in before. Paired with Mark Waid's understanding of the DC universe as a whole makes this one of the greatest stories ever told. On this run, he would create the character Magog, who he cites was inspired by the designs of Cable and Shatterstar, characters created by Rob Liefeld. Ross's work after Kingdom Come is certainly extensive, working on Uncle Sam, a part of the DC Vertigo series, and numerous covers, as well as another time period piece for Marvel, Earth X with Jim Krueger. In 2002, Ross would have a hand in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, designing costumes that were unused but remained fan favorites and made it into video games, as well as the iconic artwork in the opening credits for the first two films. In 2005, he would return to DC and again collab with Krueger on Justice. In 2008, Project Superpowers with Dynamite, and wrote an illustrated Avengers/Invaders, also published by Dynamite. You may have also recognized his artwork on Mortal Kombat vs. DC Collector's Edition. Ross would not slow down in the 2010s as the creative director of the Phantom comic book series, reuniting with Busiek on Kirby Genesis and doing covers for all sorts of characters. Back again on the all-new, all-different Marvel relaunch, doing a handful of beautiful covers and giving Spider-Man a techie redesign on the new Secret Wars storyline. Most recently, he would contribute to Comics for Ukraine in 2022, as well as penciling and writing Fantastic Four: Full Circle, colored by Josh Johnson, Ross's take on a classic Lee and Kirby story. Ross is still active today, appearing at cons, and this year in May released the Variant Timeless covers with Marvel, continuing to prove that he's the top contender for greatest comic book artist of all time.